You're joining me. Hi, I'm Kathrina Miccio, and you are joining me today on Indie Film Online and the Venus Italian International Film Festival. Today, we have Eden Wright. Hi, I'm Kathrina Miccio, and you're joining me today on Indie Film Online and the Venus Italian International Film Festival. Today, our guest is Eden Wright, and she is in a sweet little short, I think it's a short called Wink. And she's had pretty much at a young age, it seems like she's doing pretty well. And she has already been in the Hollywood Times. And I'm looking forward to finding out a little bit about her. Hi, Eden.
Hi, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great.
Look at how pretty you are.
Oh, thank you. It's so nice to see you again.
It's so nice to see you too. Let's talk about Wink first.
Yeah.
So you've done a few other things with John Gallagher, right?
This is my second film with John, but it feels like we've been making movies forever because I met him when I was 12 at an acting class at One-on-One. And we were going to be making films and so many different things happened. So our first film together was Sarah Q. And this was our second, Wink. And then we're going to be doing 2 more coming up. So
this was never an online film festival.
Right. Well, smart that it is. Thank God.
Well, now I had to make it that way. You know, it was in Las Vegas last year. In fact, it was the first Italian festival in Las Vegas ever.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is really cool.
It was very cool. It was. So I see that you had this really nice article in the Hollywood Times.
Yes. I did that back in February.
And you have quite the history in your family.
Yes,
your great grandfather worked
right.
With Rudolph Valentino. That's a name dropper.
Yes, for sure.
How cool was that?
It is very cool. I just found out from my dad that he definitely worked on A Sainted Devil, but we think that he also may have worked on The Sheik because he started working in 1919. Sainted Devil is 1924. So, but yeah, it's crazy. So I'm 5th generation in the film business. So my great grandfather, but basically my whole father's side of the family works in the film business.
Wow.
My dad's a set dresser. So he does all the Spielberg films, and basically every time I'm on set, somebody's like, "Oh, I know your dad. Oh, I know your uncle. I know your aunt." I'm like, "Hi."
So is that what your great grandfather was behind the scenes too?
Yeah, everyone's behind the scenes. It's funny
that I'm like it's about time that I get in front now.
Right. I'm like the black sheep because I'm the actor. Everyone's like, "Oh, what she's doing." John is a short that we wrote together, and it's called Young Judy, and it's a biopic about Judy Garland, and it kind of follows Judy Garland at her MGM when she was like 13, 14, like young, and then a high school student nowadays, and it kind of flips between them. So it's
go to school for acting, or you just been taking classes, or?
Right. So I've been taking acting classes as soon as I started. When I started really young, so I was kind of always in acting classes, one-on-one with John. Now I am in online school, just regular online school, college. But yeah.
Keep going and learning.
Right.
Learn enough, right?
Right. And every acting class is the best because you always get to do something new with somebody else.
Yeah. So were you at the cutting room this year or
this year? This past one.
October, right.
Right.
Yeah. So that it's always fun.
That was a ball. It was fantastic.
So tell me about Wink. It's such a silly little film.
Yeah, it's
You
great.
know,
It's a
and
feel good.
that's her second film that's in this too. Eve
Right.
Austin. And Eve
Yeah.
is in it. Anthony. Oh, Anthony's in this, right? And
Anthony's in it. Anthony plays my father.
right.
Um, and Meredith plays my mother, who also wrote
Dominic.
it. Dom is a neighbor,
Yeah, he's in
and
it.
Ashley. It's the whole squad.
Yeah, the only one I don't think I've ever met Ashley. I don't think I've ever met her, but I knew
Ashley's
everybody else
great.
in it.
Yeah,
And
I know.
I love the perspective. Everybody's just like, what is that? And we never do actually see what that is.
Right. Originally, I think we were supposed to actually have a real dog because the script's based on a real dog that has one eye like that. I forget whose dog it was, but I love that. I love that it's like the fixed perspective because to me, I always thought it's kind of like a play in that way, you know?
Right. Yeah,
Right.
it kind of feels, it has that feel about it because it's just one angle, the
Yeah, it's
entire
just one angle.
one angle. And so it's as simplistic as you could get. You know, you really have to act well in that
Yeah.
one, right?
Yeah.
It's just what is it, like
8 minutes or
8 minutes?
something,
Yeah,
including the intro credits and the end
right,
credits. But
right.
yeah, it's nice to tell a story in that short amount of time because there's
And it
all of it.
does, and it does.
Yeah.
I really like it. So I don't know. Tell me what else you have going on. Like, what have you been doing during this time of that we've been in seclusion?
Right. Well, so much is going on. So another thing that I'm doing with John's my savior, my guardian
How
angel.
did you meet him?
We met at an acting class. Like I
Oh,
met
right. You said that's
when I
amazing.
was like a baby, like little.
Wow.
Little. It was like a kid acting class and we just totally got
So
along.
you knew from a very very young age that that's what you wanted to do.
I remember so I would go on set with my dad. I remember I went on Old Dogs and they like put me in like the background. I was like at a petting zoo. So I was always on set and I was always seeing people act and I was like, I want to do that. So I always want to do that. And I remember being like 6 and 7 and asking my mom, I want to do this. And she's like, you have to wait till like you're a bit older. And I was like, okay. So then I waited and I kept taking acting class. I know. I kept waiting. It's kind of something that I was like, I've always been like, if I'm gonna do this, I'm just gonna like do it,
Yeah.
like full force. So
You
yeah.
have such a classic face.
Oh, thank you.
Your face is so classic, like you could do anything, but
Thank
I
you.
really see you doing like a period piece.
My parents say that all the time. I'm
You have that
obsessed.
kind of face that should be in a period film.
I'm so happy you say that. Me and John always talk about classic movies. We love classic movies, but I'm also crazy Jane Austen reader of classic novels. Like I would love to do that.
And you should. You should because you're so perfect for it. The
Thank you.
structure of your face, the creaminess of your skin, it's just
I know
like
I'm so
everything.
pale.
No, but stay that way.
Mm.
Don't because just the rosiness of your cheeks, and you don't need like a lot of makeup.
You're so
You just
sweet.
no, but I just see it. That
Yeah.
I watch so much, so many films, and I
Right.
just and I like to in my head when I'm writing, I
Right.
like to cast people who in my head.
Yeah. Who work for
And
that?
then when I actually watch films, I'm like, what made the casting director or the director or whoever put this person in this
Right.
film, and did they do it right?
You're
It's not
absolutely
always
right.
right, but so I'm also a portrait artist.
You all. Did not know this about you.
Yeah, in the cutting room, all the paintings upstairs. Did you see the paintings of all the musicians?
Yes.
Those are mine.
Oh my God, I had no idea. That's insane. You are so talented.
Oh,
That is
thanks.
insane. Wow. I
Yeah, I don't even go into that when I'm there. I'm just like so focused on the festival.
yeah. Wow.
But yeah,
Wow.
since I'm a portrait artist, like I could see, structure and
Right.
yeah, I would love to see you in a period film.
I would
I
love to
see
do
it.
it.
I know that you're going to be in a type of film like that. I feel it.
Uh,
Isn't
I
that
give me
crazy?
like
I'm like
good
so
vibes.
like
I love
absolutely
that.
sure that you're going to do this.
I would love to. I love all. I actually I do a lot of costume designing, and I costume design and was like a buyer for different jobs and stuff. So I'm crazy about costumes, crazy about clothes. I love all of that old stuff. Like if I'm not wearing this craziness,
So
I'm like I love
pretty.
turtlenecks. I know my one of my designers who I helped design for a Boston Conservatory, one of their shows. He was like, I found this, I'm gonna give it to you. And I was like, thank you.
It's like a
It's crazy.
kimono, huh? It's like a
Yeah,
kimono.
it's like my Technicolor dream coat. I love it.
I see you kind of. I see a little Anne Hathaway too. Did anybody
Yeah.
ever tell you kind of look like her?
People, I feel like people have told me that. I because my mom is half Irish, half Spanish. So I say like my paleness comes from my Irish and then my hair is my Spanish.
Wow, there you go. There you
And
go.
I'm Italian on my dad's side. I started my music career, and so one of my songs is so the first song I ever wrote is going to be the opening song in All Mobbed Up. So I'm really excited about that.
Could
Yeah.
sing something. Could you sing something? Putting you on
Sure.
the spot.
Let me think of like a jazz standard. Um.
Is this how you think?
Oh.
This
Yeah. This is me.
is your thinking position.
All right. How about they song?
They all laughed.
They all laughed at Christopher Columbus when he said the earth was round. They all laughed when Edison recorded sound. Yeah.
Wow, you have a pretty voice.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
do like a lot of jazzy kind of stuff. Like the song that's going to be in All Mobbed Up is called 10th of May. It has like a very bossa nova feel. And then I wrote another song for the short that we wrote together, Young Judy. So I wrote a song called Big Girls for that. That kind of has like a country song style. So I kind of do everything.
About you because I think you really need to be seen.
Oh, you're so nice. You're so kind.
I stand behind people that I like, and people
Mhm.
that deserve it. That's why I made this magazine. So it's a platform for filmmakers. I mean,
Right.
originally it was a platform. It was a home for my 3 film festivals. But then it
Right.
was like, what am I just going to have all my own stuff in there? I might as well. I have filmmakers, and I stand behind my filmmakers. Bring them in too, and really
Right.
show
See
them.
you with your interviews. Like you're so amazing because you know it all. You got it all. You're like, oh, I remember when you came and you did this. I'm like, that's amazing. Or block. Like you had, I don't know. You just had something so specific about every single person. Like I was talking to John about it. I was like, shoot, I don't know. There's something about that.
I
You're
watch
so good at
everything.
talking.
I watch
You
everything.
you really do.
I do. And I read everything, I watch everything. And I mean, I have judges, but you know,
Mhm.
um, I really make sure that I see everything because, you go to some film festivals and you talk to the people. I'm like, did you see that film? No, what do you think? I see everything?
I know you really do.
Yeah.
You
Aren't you
better
supposed
see everything.
to? Aren't you supposed to? I don't
Right.
know. I mean, I'm the only one here, so I mean, it's my festival, so I thought I should see everything.
Right.
But I mean, it's hard to keep up with
Mhm.
with everything. But I
Wasn't there like how many shows were in the cutting room this past one?
how
How
many
many films?
films how many awards did I give?
I feel like there was like
I usually give between 40 and 50 awards.
right. I was about to say I think this might be a fake number. I feel like I saw 70. Was it 70 films that were shown, or am I crazy?
Oh no, I
Okay, I
showed
thought so.
106.
I thought you were gonna say lower. Right. Yeah.
I
It's
showed
yeah. And you
100.
saw every single one. It's crazy.
I showed 106 films. And I like to pick things that are raw because there's
Right.
kids sometimes in the audience, and that's just not me. You know,
Right.
I don't go for a lot of like, all right, a little cursing here and there, but
Mhm.
you know, and the like vicious like sexual things, and you
I'm
know,
right there with you.
you know, there was this really great film that was submitted to me, and the film was really good. He narrated through it. This one guy narrated himself
Mhm.
through the whole thing, and he was in these different scenarios and whatever, and then he'd look at the camera and he'd talk and whatever. And it was a good film,
Mhm.
except then he narrated while he was like having like some raw sex or something. I'm like,
Oh.
could you just take that? Just could you just
Just
cut
took that
that?
part out.
Just that one? No, it's so, but it's important. Right? And I couldn't put it in because
Right.
what am I going to change a whole block of
Mhm.
films? You know, because what if there's like a 6-year-old or something in the
Right.
in the audience. So my festivals aren't like so huge that it would matter, but I think of these things, you know.
Right. Yeah, I feel like there's so many films, especially I feel like new filmmakers always want to make something that's and dark and stuff like that is really fun and it can be really interesting. But like I like Wink because it's like it's fun and
Silly.
and
It's yeah.
so Judy Garland, like our life bloodline is Judy Garland. But everyone who makes a film about her make it about the worst parts of her life, her drug addiction, all of these things.
Yeah.
Be important to her at the time. So when you're 13, you think more about your relationships than you're thinking about, am I taking this and it's making me tired? Am I, and you're thinking, I want to make my mom happy, all of those things. So like for our new film, that's what we're focusing on as opposed to all the other
Good.
stuff.
That's great. It's
Yeah.
a feature or a short?
It's a short, but we're hoping to turn it into a feature.
Oh,
soon.
good.
Well, yeah, it'll be 1930s. I'm gonna
Good.
play a young Judy and the teenage girl. So I'll be 1930s and I'll be 2020. So
I love it. There you go. I didn't
yeah.
even know that, right? I didn't even know it. And I said, period. But I mean, I see you in like, even like
1800s.
17, 1800s kind of thing.
Right.
Yeah,
My,
definitely. If you like comedy, you should definitely. Are you in the comedy block? I'm not sure. I can't
um,
remember. But
I,
there's a comedy block that's several cute comedies in there too. So
great. I'm so
I have
excited.
some wonderful films. And the more that I talk to the filmmakers and the actors, actresses, and the directors, this is like, it's becoming such a really inspiring position for me, because not only am I watching these amazing films, but I'm finding out like where they all came from, the substance, the
Right.
roots of it, and it's so much more meaningful.
Right. I love that when you get, how did this come into this?
Well,
That's so
that's why
fascinating.
I have to see these films during the Q&A. There's a lot of people that don't raise their hands, and these
Mhm.
people come from all over the world, some
Right.
local, but you saw I have people from Italy,
Right.
from England, from India, and then nobody is going to raise their hand. So I can't put somebody in that kind of position,
Right. So you're
so
on it.
I have to be there. I have to be there for them,
Hmm.
you know?
And
And
you
that's
are. You do a great job of it. You really do.
aw, thanks, thanks. That's, it's all about payback, it's
Yeah,
all pay it forward, pay it forward.
you're absolutely right.
Oh, yeah. Well, great interview. It's been amazing. Thank you so
It's been a great
much.
time.
And
Thank you for
tell
having
John
me.
I said hello. Anyway, Eden, it's been a pleasure seeing you again. And
Yes, you
you're
as well.
wonderful, and you are going to have an amazing career. I just know it. I don't
Thank you
even
so
have to
much.
wish
It
you
means
luck
so much to
because I
me.
just know that you will.
Oh, you're so nice. Thank you
But
so
I
much.
just, I just feel it. And there's some people that I just feel that about, and I just feel it about you.
I so appreciate it. You have no idea. You're gonna make me cry.
Ah. Well, I hope to see you at the Q&A. There's going to
Yes.
be Q&A after the blocks, and then the awards are on Monday, so it'll be fun.
Great. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Tell everybody to vote, vote via the
Right.
message bubble. And and yeah, and I'll see you during the Q&A.
Great. I'll see you
Hugs
then.
and kisses. Thank you. Thanks.
Bye-bye.
Stay
Thank you.
safe. Okay.
You
Bye.
too.